Hi students, welcome to the video session. Today we are going to learn the poem The Captain's Daughter. The poem is written by James D. Fields. He was an American author, publisher and poet. Many of his works, including this poem, can be found in his book Ballads and Verses, which was published in 1880. This poem tells us about a brave young girl who is caught in a storm on a ship at sea. While the adults have given up hope and fear for their lives, the young girl remains courageous and hopeful and inspires the men to have faith in times of trouble. Now let us read and understand the poem.
We were crowded in the cabin, not a soul would dare to sleep. It was midnight on the waters, and a storm was on the deep. It is a fearful thing in winter to be shattered by the blast, and to hear the rattling trumpet thunder, "Cut away the mast!" So we shuddered there in silence. The stoutest held his breath, while the hungry sea was roaring, and the breakers talked with death. As thus we sat in darkness, each one busy with his prayers, "We are lost!" the captain shouted as he staggered down the stairs. But his little daughter whispered as she took his icy hand, "Isn't God upon the ocean just the same as on the land?" Then we kissed the little maiden, and we spoke in better cheer, and we anchored safe in harbor when the morn was shining clear.
Now let us go through the explanation. The poem The Captain's Daughter gives an account of a violent storm at sea, which threatened to snatch away the lives of the people who were on board a ship. It was a tense night for every soul on the ship, as the storm promised to wreak havoc and put an eternal end to their lives. The thought of death was looming large in everyone's mind as the sea grew more and more restless with every passing minute. All that the people could do was to pray to the Almighty to bless and get them out of this helpless situation. The hungry sea was all set to devour the entire ship, and it was a dim atmosphere all around. Every soul was gripped in fear. All the passengers were in dire distress. They had their backs to the wall. It was a situation which demanded a miracle. Even the captain of the ship had lost all hopes of survival as the ship was all set to drown. Just then, a few inspiring words from a young girl raised the hope of every soul. The young girl didn't panic, and she had a strong faith in God. When the adults had given up entirely, this young girl still had her hopes high and trusted the Almighty to rescue them from this terrifying situation. Hence, a cheerful atmosphere pervaded the cabin. Yet again and slowly but surely the storm passed away and they reached the land safely. A few encouraging words from this young girl boosted the confidence of the passengers and they started believing again. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. We must not stop believing at any point in our lives. Students, keep reading the poem. Learn the first 8 lines of the poem and the word meanings. Thank you for learning along. Thank you and have a great day.